For people who don't know, this podcast is coming out a little late because we recorded a podcast yesterday and it didn't record. Whoopee!
It might actually be kind of good. My throat's feeling a little better today.
That's good. Actually. Yesterday,
I had to get that one out.
I was going to say yesterday you were coughing up a storm. So.
Dude, it was... Yeah, I'm still coughing a little bit today just because it's kind of scratchy. But, like, dude, yesterday, I was just coughing up loogies. Like, dude, when you wake up... You know how when you wake up, you cough up just the craziest loogie of all time?
No.
Like, it's like stores up energy like a Hadoken.
No.
Like, compared to a loogie any other time. Like, the morning loogies are so powerful.
I don't get loogies like that. You just wake up like that?
Just like when my throat is messed up.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like if there's like phlegm, like it kind of just stores in there all night. And then in the morning, you're like, wow, there is an absolute jawbreaker gumball in my throat. I got to cough this up. You cough it up. Like, dude, yesterday morning, I coughed up just an absolute unit of a loogie that was just pure. Dude, it looked like Cavendish. It was green and then yellow in the middle.
And it restood two of your Dawn.
It restood two Dawn when attacking it on play.
Dude, I just like don't get sick very frequently, so I can't even remember the last time I like coughed up a big loogie.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I also don't get sick that often, but when I do get sick, I get messed up.
Oh, interesting.
I get absolutely torched.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they say idiots just don't get sick, so I know what I am.
Yeah, that's tough. Is there a XY chart? Can we chart how strong your immune system is versus how fertile you are?
Oh, if that's the case, you're getting smoked.
I'm getting absolutely smoked.
My constitution's so high.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? You're listening to X3 Drop. I'm Xell.
And I'm Ducky.
And today we are ushering in the new era, carrying on his will, Luffy and Roger.
And Jesus.
And Jesus.
His is capitalized.
Yeah.
Carrying on his will. Damn, who was he?
Walks on water. Can't be affected by the ocean if you eat a devil fruit.
Oh, dude, wait. So if you ate a devil fruit, so if Jesus ate a devil fruit, right? Jesus, D. Christ, ate a devil fruit.
Yeah.
He walks on water. Does he get sapped?
No.
He's not.
Canonically, he doesn't touch it, right? So he's good. It's like
when you walk on water, you don't touch it? I thought you're like one of those lizards. You know the lizard? That, like, you know what I mean?
He's like splashing up.
Yeah. Like
this. I didn't think about that. Well,
does it like just not make contact?
Wait a second. I just thought of something. Because Kuzan, he freezes water and he walks on it. Walk on it, right?
But when you freeze water, it's still seawater.
It's still seawater.
You know what I mean? Wait, does he walk on it? He rides a bike.
Oh, is that why he rides the bike?
That's why he rides a bike.
Oh.
He doesn't walk on water. Because if he touches it, he
might lose his ability.
Yeah.
Wait, that's crazy. Oh my God, I'm learning so much today.
Yeah, or he freezes the water, he steps on it, he gets sapped of all his energy, he's just lying there on ice.
He's just perpetually there.
Yeah, he's just on an iceberg.
Sucks.
Yeah.
And he just dies.
Yeah.
Man, that's a tough way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyhow.
What were we talking about?
So PRB, the format is officially ended as of this weekend. We had a bunch of events that went on. So we wanted to do kind of like a post-mortem of OP12 and then talk a little bit about OP13 because now we've had our hands on the product. We've played and built some of the decks and talk about kind of like what the meta looks like moving forward and what we think about it. So, but before we get into that, why don't we do a comment of the week, a cotw.
What did you just say?
COTW.
Oh. Isn't that just Call of the Wild? That's the fighting game, right? COTW.
Oh, is it? I don't know.
Yeah. What is it called? Fatal Fury.
Oh, Fatal Fury. Yeah.
COTW.
Dude, that game went so hard when I was in like 3rd grade at a Walmart, and for some reason the the like, you know how they had those video game displays back in the day? I don't know if they still have. I don't think they have them anymore at like Targets and Walmarts and stuff.
They just have like a wall with video games.
Yeah, but then they had like a set. I don't know if yours Walmart had this, but they had a TV attached to like a console that you could play demo games on. And so whenever
I remember this.
They I feel like they don't do that anymore. So
I don't think so.
But like whenever my mom would take me to Walmart or whatever, I would be like, peace, I'm going over to the electronics section, and then they'd always have Fatal Fury, and I'd just play the demo Fatal Fury character.
Dude, do you remember at the Best Buys when you would go buy like a Game Boy Advance game or something, and the display, nowadays the displays are behind a glass case or they're empty boxes and you bring them up and they'll get you the actual game.
Yeah.
Before, they were in do you know graded games? They come in those like plastic cases.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Dude, the Best Buys used to have the Game Boy Advance games, just a wall of them in the plastic cases with the security string attached.
Yeah,
do you remember this?
I do remember those.
That just like scratched something devious in my mind. Yeah. Some back alley memory for me.
Yeah, I think they realized that if they just have like the title card thing, they don't have to keep making those plastic cases, you know.
The plastic cases are cool. They're all scratched up. I can still remember the vividly the sound of the cases like hitting each other.
Yeah.
Oh man. But going back to comment of the week, I picked one out from a good friend Twisticles from Athens, Greece, and he said, "I won't stand for this Cajun food slander. West Coasters need to be studied." Do you think he has a point that West Coasters need to be studied? We need to be put under a magnifying glass, under a petri dish, and see what kind of bacteria growth is coming out from our palates.
Dude, I think
you'll find nothing but kimchi.
Kimchi, soy sauce, sesame.
Yeah.
Dude, I just think West Coast, especially if you're in LA, we're just spoiled, right? Like, yeah. I think we have it good out here. And I think specifically in the cuisines that we're known for, we're just like ungodly good at. Like most Asian foods, Korean, Japanese, Chinese, Vietnamese, Thai, you know, we've got our bases loaded when it comes to Asian food. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of like the other stuff that we're like a little bit worse at, like Italian food or I don't know. Stuff like that. French.
But like, I feel like Italian cuisine and French cuisine are kind of known as more elevated cuisines, right? These are ones where you would go down to a sit-down restaurant to eat at, and 9 times out of 10, they have a Michelin star for some reason.
Sure, yeah. Like, right? I think Italian and French cuisine kind of gets that moniker a lot of times, yeah. But I'm also talking just like a sandwich, you know?
A French sandwich?
Yeah. Not
what is a French sandwich? Is there like a famous French sandwich? I can only think of
Italian sandwiches, like pastrami,
Italian subs.
Yeah, clubs.
What is a
bagel?
French onion dip? French dip? Are French fries French?
No. No.
Why do they call them French fries?
I have no idea, but I don't think French fries have anything. I can't imagine anybody from France or like Paris, let's say, open up a bag of McDonald's fries and go, oui, this is what we got known for. You know, like
I can picture that. They open up their McDonald's bag. They're like, we don't call these French fry. We call these fry.
They're not about the grease, I don't think.
They're not about the grease?
Yeah.
Is that true?
I don't know.
What is grease? Is it just oil?
Yeah. Like leftover cooking oil, you know?
I feel like Italians are just known for like olive oil, right? Is that considered grease?
Olive oil.
So is Italian food greasy?
It can be.
Because the first time I ever went to an Olive Garden and we got bread.
Okay.
Dude, I'm just used to eating bread on its own, right? Or like as a kid, you put peanut butter on toast or something like that, Nutella, what have you, butter, margarine. I can't believe it's not butter, whatever that is. But then you go to an Olive Garden, they just give you just like a dish of vinegar and olive oil. I was like, what is that? I've never seen that before.
And it's awesome.
It's so awesome. But that was the first time I got exposed to that ever since the Orient.
Huh?
What?
What?
The Orient.
What?
You don't know about the Orient?
No.
There's no olive oil in the Orient.
Oh. Our people?
Yeah. We don't got that. We think we got olive oil?
Yeah, we don't got it.
We got olive oil in Wuhan?
We got chili oil.
Yeah, but it's not olive.
Sure.
You know what I mean? We don't even know what olives are.
No, we don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Which is weird because the Korean beauty store is called Olive Young.
isn't that like a person's name?
No way. A person's name is Oliver.
No, Olive is definitely like a woman's name, no?
Olive is
like Olivia.
but you don't call Olivia like, what's up, Olive? No shot.
Yes, I think so. I feel like I know someone named Olive.
Yeah, Popeye's wife is a cartoon character. That is not real. That's because he eats spinach.
I don't know. I'm just saying Olive Young is probably a person.
Oh, you think it's a person?
Yeah.
Like that's their
Yeah,
name.
that's their name.
Their passport is that
Young
Olive.
Olive. Yeah.
Young Olive.
Yeah, like an Asian American woman.
Boba Fett?
I know literally nothing.
There
so
ain't
no.
no way.
There's
Ain't
no way.
no way.
But I am now curious
Yeah.
where Olive Young came from. Do they not have olives in Asia? Anyways,
there's no way.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the right climate to grow it.
What kind of climates do olives grow in, Josh? Explain to me.
This one. It is the climate.
Oh man, we can't go 10 minutes without offending.
Shit, my boots.
Yeah. Don't you know to take off your shoes before coming into my apartment, bro?
I forgot. I forgot to let my racist
Speaking
boots
of the Orient, man, take off your shoes when you get into
true.
onto
Racist
property.
Racist boots off. Racist socks on, baby.
Yeah. Man, the collection goes crazy in
The
fall.
boots with the slur. The slur.
That was a good one. We were talking about cuisine. So I think for us, like we come to New Orleans, we come to get Cajun food, whatever, and we want to experience things that we normally wouldn't have in LA, right? Cajun food. LA's not known for Cajun food. Hell no.
Yeah, I feel like when it comes to Cajun food in LA, you have the really generic stuff, like the chain things, right? If you can call it Cajun food, like crawfish boil?
Sure.
Boil?
Yeah, not
Is
really.
Is it broil or boil?
I don't even know. I've never been to one.
It's like they just like a boiling crab type beat. You know what I'm talking about?
Is that based off of like Louisiana food?
I feel like it is.
Or it's just like...
But there are only
seafood.
Asians working there.
I don't know, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro.
I don't know.
But anyways, my point is that we go to places and try out food that we normally don't have.
Yeah.
And so I was really excited going to New Orleans, and New Orleans is a city full of history. Tons of crazy things happen. Like everyone knows about Mardi Gras and the Halloween stuff, and known for gumbo and Cajun food, which like Cajun. It sounds like it has a lot of spices and interesting flavors and all that stuff. But then when we went there, all I had was like various forms of bread, shrimp, and or shrimp-like thing, and potatoes.
Yeah, and like if it's not grilled, it's fried, and that's it.
And that's
right?
it. And
Yeah.
like if you want any other flavors, it comes on the side with hot sauce. Like you just pour hot sauce on it, and suddenly it cuts through the starchiness of everything.
Yeah, it just seemed like all the food there was designed to taste the same way. It all tastes one note, like the color brown. And then if you needed to, liven it up a little bit, add a little acid to cut through the fat, they all use the exact same hot sauce.
Hot sauce. I don't even remember what it was.
Cristal or something.
Yeah, it had it's like white label with like a little
I can't
boat or
remember.
something on it.
It was Louisiana hot sauce. You add that on, but then that just makes everything kind of taste the same.
Yeah,
right? It's like
yeah.
if I go and eat a po' boy and then I go and eat shrimp and grits, I expect it to taste a little different, but they all taste like a Spirit Halloween. I don't know.
How dare you? Also, Spirit Halloween is awesome, and they're very different.
Have you tasted it?
I have not tasted that Spirit Halloween. It
And
always
that's not to
smells
say-
kind of interesting in there.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? That's not to say that Cajun food is bad or food from Louisiana is bad. I think there's just a lot of hype surrounding it, and I just was not impressed.
And then after like 5 meals of like the same thing,
I had to get pho.
Dude, the Vietnamese food went crazy. I was
Yeah.
like, oh my God, this is the first time I had a vegetable in like 24 hours and I missed it, man.
And honestly, calling it a vegetable is like, that's generous because that's just one leaf of basil and some bean sprouts.
But boy, that was what I needed.
That basil went crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, we got pho and banh mi and like legitimately I was like, thank God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. So again, maybe West Coasters or specifically LA people need to be studied. I know in the comments, Kuro TCG, the winner of the New Orleans regional. Nolans said also the same thing in the comments. So we're not the only ones.
Is he from the West Coast?
But he is from the West Coast.
So that doesn't help our cause here.
We need someone from the East Coast to weigh in.
Or from the South, maybe like somebody from Texas. If somebody from Texas goes, oh yeah, I've been to New Orleans and I think the food was kind of mid, honestly.
Yeah, we need someone from
me
with
know.
a slightly outside perspective here. So I don't know, but in any case, I just think we're really spoiled. So whenever we go out to get food, it has to like compare to LA food, which is a tall ask.
Yeah.
In general.
Yeah.
And if it is that good, like, yeah, it's got to be like cheaper or something or like whatever. So
Yeah. I kind of also expect food to be a little cheaper than LA, like the cost of living to be quite a bit substantially lower than LA is when I go out to eat. And it just hasn't been the case.
Yeah.
Maybe Vegas. Chinatown it was a little cheaper. Not by a big margin,
not by
but
a
it was
lot,
but it
enough,
was cheaper. Yeah.
enough.
It was cheaper to make a difference.
Yeah, and I think of any place I've been in the last like year and a half for One Piece, Vegas has had hands down the best food.
It's the one place that I'm excited to go to always, just to eat.
Yeah, just to eat because
It's just bangers after bangers after bangers.
And for anybody who is going to visit Vegas, because Vegas, we know it now is the venue for the Bandai Card Fest in February, also our finals or whatever.
For all of you alone people out there, because it's on
Valentine's Day. Bring your date, bring your girlfriend, your girl, your boyfriend, your whomever friend,
Your hubby, your concubine.
hubby, your concubine, your cuck chair sitter.
Yeah, the cuck chair master.
Yeah,
the CCM.
Bring all your intimate friends. The polycules all invited.
Yeah. Bring the gangbang.
But that being said, go to Vegas, but don't eat in Vegas. I think like everyone goes to Vegas and then you're stuck with like the Panda Express, the Taco Bell Cantina.
Yeah.
And the buffets.
The buffets are good.
They've gotten worse, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. Dude, what was the one we went to last time?
We went to the one that was in
The Wynn.
The Wynn, yeah.
The Wynn.
I forgot what it's called.
I think it's just called the Wynn Buffet.
Oh, is it the Wynn Buffet? Okay,
I think it's just called the Wynn Buffet.
But to be honest, like all the buffets in Vegas are basically the same. Like they're all like, I don't know. You go to Wicked Spoon, you go to what is the Bacchanal, yeah, Bacchanal. You go to Wynn Buffet. They're all kind of the same.
Yeah, they're similar-ish. They just have like kind of different flavors. Like maybe one will have crab legs and then the other one has like heavier leaning on Asian cuisine, the other one heavier leaning on Italian.
To be honest, I think they're all like that. They all have crab legs.
Oh, do they all have crab legs?
They all have crab legs.
So you're paying $90 for all you can eat crab legs.
You can eat crab legs, and then
not that bad.
To be honest, you can eat a lot of crab legs while you're there. And then there's always like, Asian fusion food, Italian fusion food. There's like a pizza thing with like a big steak / meat section. And then
all the desserts look the same. They're just cubes.
Yeah, but they're delicious.
Yeah.
I actually love the desserts there.
Yeah.
But it's $90, right? So it's very expensive. And usually there's a long wait. Don't bother. Just take an Uber or drive out 2 miles out west to Chinatown.
And get yourself a Taiwanese beef noodle soup.
Just like anything from Asia.
Yeah.
Really. Like
Lee's sandwiches.
In the 3 blocks of restaurants there, you just have all of Asia's greatest hits. So pick your choice. All you can eat sushi, Korean barbecue, hot pot, banh mi, pho, whatever it is.
Malaysian landmines.
Yeah. Malaysian landmines. You can get it there. So I'm just saying, delicious. Maybe avoid the landmines. But so Vegas awesome. Yeah. Vegas food, awesome.
Has hands down been my favorite place to visit to go eat playing One Piece. Definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
Aside from like LA, which, we live in LA. San Diego, food is awesome in San Diego. It's good. I don't know. Like, give us a New York regional, Bandai. Give us a New York regional. We'll hit that Young Pizza.
Or
that white
like Seattle, I'd also be down for. Does Seattle have good food, actually? I'm not actually sure.
So Seattle is kind of interesting. I've been to Seattle a lot.
Yeah.
And Seattle is a little interesting because it reminds me a little bit of LA, but everything is toned down quite a bit.
Okay.
It's much more scarce. I think Seattle is known for seafood because it's a port city.
Oh, sure, yeah.
So like oysters are quite good there. Like usually when you go to an oyster restaurant, like we went to New Orleans.
Yeah, we went to an oyster place there.
We went to Acme Oyster House, I think is what it was called.
Okay.
And according to the locals, it's pretty well known, very famous oyster spot in New Orleans. And their oyster menu had two things. It had like a regular oyster
and a grilled oyster.
And like another oyster.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you can choose raw or grilled.
Yeah.
Right? If you go to Seattle and you go to like an oyster place, they have like 20 different oysters for you to choose from.
I didn't even know there were that many types of oysters.
There's so many. And there's like stat charts for each of them. Like this one is more briny. This one is sweet. This one is larger. This one comes with a pearl. I don't know. Like, I don't know what the difference is. But I tend to just like lean towards the oysters that are less briny.
Yeah.
But if you're a real Seattle head, I think you just go for the briny stuff.
Yeah. You just want that grit in there.
Yeah. There's also, dude, I cannot remember the country. Jordan or Georgia? It's like one of those countries.
Okay.
And Seattle has a few of those restaurants.
Oh, I heard Georgian food is awesome.
Yeah, it's like very niche.
Yeah.
It's not very famous, but the food was sweet. Yeah.
Interesting. So in any case, like I'm down for Seattle or a New York regional. I don't really love New York, but if it's for a regional,
just go play a regional. Hit the pizza parlor, eat at a bodega.
Yeah.
Like it'll be chill.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Fine.
So yeah, that was the comment of the week. If you guys got this far, we haven't talked about One Piece yet, but hey, like, comment, subscribe, check out the Patreon where we do bonus episodes every week. But let's move on into the meat of today's episode. So this weekend there were, I think, 5 major events that all occurred this weekend across all of the major regions that aren't Asia. So let me pull those up. But yeah, I think as we talk about this, I think one thing that was kind of surprising is just again how PRB continues to surprise me at how much the meta just continues to move week after week. And so let's talk about it. So first up, we have Utrecht's Regionals by CS International GmbH.
Yeah, that's a pharmaceutical company. That's
I don't know what that is. GmbH sounds like some sort of molecule that's supposed to make your skin better.
Yeah, and CS International is definitely a pharmaceutical company.
Yeah. Or that's where DreamHack happens.
Yeah.
So anyways, so this was a big event, 900 plus players, and these were the top 32 leaders. We had 6 GP Luffy, 5 Jewelry Bonnie, 4 Rayleigh, 3 Green Zoro, 3 UI Nami, 2 Green Yellow Law, 2 Purple Katakuri, 2 UP Luffy, 1 Shanks, 1 Koala, 1 Lim, 1 Usus Captain Kid, 1 Gecko Moria. What is this? This is a Jackson deck list, a bunch of one-ups.
Yeah.
This is pretty crazy, I think, because I think this is like one of the only tournaments I can remember where like UP just looks like it just got completely pushed out.
Yeah, so UP, I think, was the one underrepresented deck here, but everything else you could kind of expect, minus, of course, the Omega Rogue stuff, like the Kid, the Moria, the Koala. I can't even remember the other one.
There were so many. Lim,
yeah.
Shanks.
Yeah, Shanks was it, yeah. But, I mean, you expect to see Bonnie, you expect to see GP, you expect... Rayleigh, UP, Zoro, right? It's like the big 5.
Yeah, the big 5, I think, is like
the
kind
Gorosei.
Yeah.
Is Goro 5?
No.
What does Gorosei mean?
Gorosei.
Because they're called 5 elders.
Gorosei. Oh, it is go. Yeah, it is 5.
Oh no, go
Is
is
5.
5. So
Yeah.
so it's go and then
Rosei.
Rosei is a different word.
Like
is elders.
is Unk.
Unk.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Rosei. What's up, Rosei?
Hey, that honestly, it sounds like you're speaking Spanish.
Yeah, it's that essay.
Yeah.
Rosei.
Rosei. What up, Rosei?
Yeah, that's so funny, actually. So, damn, we should rename our 3v3 team to San Rosei.
That's so funny. It's also performative as hell because none of us are Japanese.
Yeah. Out of like the big 3 out of Asia, yeah, that's the one ethnicity we're missing.
But I think it scales, right?
What do you mean?
Like China's the biggest, so we got 2 of those, and then Korea's the second biggest.
If
you
we're
got
doing
one
this
of those.
proportionally, then we should be 3 Chinese people because really, like the other 2 aren't even on the map. We need an Indian person, actually.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Or a Russian.
Yeah. No, India. Just like population wise, right? Like,
Oh, dude, is Japan's population higher than South Korea?
they're both on the downswing now.
Yeah,
So
but like Japan is notoriously known to be just absolutely jam-packed full, right?
yeah.
But also, it's significantly smaller than South Korea, no? Or is it the same size?
I mean, if we're talking about South Korea and North Korea,
I think South Korea plus North. What is South Korea plus North Korea? What does that equal?
I don't know.
Is there a name for both
I'm looking at
in the math equation? Because when people say Korea, they refer to South Korea.
South Korea population. What do you think it is? 2024.
What's the U.S. population?
I know we hit over 300 mil a few years ago, so probably like 320, 350.
So Korea is 100 million.
Half that.
50.
Yeah, like 51.75.
Okay.
The Japanese population.
My guess is 70. No, 60.
124.
Oh my god!
Yeah, so they straight up 2-1 Korea.
And they're smaller, right?
Like landmass wise?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think Japan's probably okay. Now we're looking up land mass, land area. Japan's land area is 146,000 square miles.
Okay. 146K.
South Korea is 39,000 square miles.
Oh, it's way smaller.
Yeah, way smaller.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, I think
Okay, so
that's
add South and North together.
in terms of landmass.
Yeah. So we get full Korea.
Okay, full Korea. Is 86,000 square
It's
miles.
still not close. It's
Still
still
much
not
smaller.
close,
Yeah,
yeah.
like 20% smaller.
Damn, Japan is that big?
I think that makes sense because like all the islands and stuff, and also the center part. I just think like I don't know when I think of Japan, I think it's bigger than Korea in my head. Because like taking a train all the way from like let's say you're going all the way from Hokkaido,
Yeah.
all the way down even to Japan, that takes like many hours. No.
I don't know. It's been. I'll report back.
Yeah, because you were planning on going to Japan,
Yeah,
and then Korea, like going from Seoul all the way down to Busan, 6 hours.
Are those the tips?
Yeah, I mean, Seoul's fairly close to DMZ.
Oh,
and,
is it?
Yeah, and then and Busan basically is on the southern coast, so I don't think it's like tip necessarily, but like you're
But it's
it's basically
effectively
north
it.
south. Yeah,
That's like 3 hours.
is this 3 hours? I thought it was
Yeah.
more than that. Wow.
No, it's like 3 hours. Because I took the KTX. I took that train to Busan.
See anything interesting there? But yeah, Seoul's pretty close to the border, and then Busan, yeah, is
But
like
it's,
not
it's
on
seaside.
like the
It's quite literally seaside.
yeah, it's quite literally
Yeah.
seaside. So, yeah, so
Wow.
pretty small.
You learn something new every day.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just something in my mind is like Japan is tiny. I don't know what made me think that.
Yeah, when you compare it to China, everything looks a little smaller. You know.
Yeah. My family's from Taiwan. which is even smaller.
Smaller.
Yeah.
How long does it take to get from one side of Taiwan to the other?
I've never taken the bullet train from like one side to the other.
Yeah.
I think I've driven, dude, like 4 hours maybe. Yeah, maybe like 4 or 5 hours.
And that's just by car, not by bullet train.
Car,
yeah.
So and not even the express. You just go through regular freeways.
So okay.
What were we talking about?
To get back on track, yeah. I think PRB definitely as a format is defined by the major five: GP, UP, Bonnie, Rayleigh, Zoro. Those are like the big five.
The Rose.
They're the Go Rose.
Yeah.
Although none of them are really Unk status besides Rayleigh. So
definitely not Bonnie.
Yeah. So those are the five, and I think it's interesting because like with PRB, we saw a much bigger increase in GP basically across all the events. And I think GP kind of like definitely came out as like one of the big winners of the format. And
definitely.
I think if you were to ask me, I would put it in like the top two of the five.
Sure.
Like I think GP and UP just kind of stand out to me as like, okay, these are the guys. So anyways, let's move on to San Diego regionals, which I thought was kind of the odd one out maybe. This one was interesting because so it was a 900 player event. The top 32 leaders, 6 green Zoro.
Yeah.
6 GP, 5 UP, 4 Bonnie, 3 Rayleigh, 2 Teach, 1 red Sanji, 1 red green Smoker, 1 purple Katakuri, 1 green yellow Law, 1 Calgara, 1 Anel. So
how many Rayleigh?
3.
3 Rayleigh. Yeah, that's a little less than I thought there was going to be.
So I think I thought this was a great meta choice, Green Zoro, specifically because I felt like GP, UP, like I was just saying, are kind of top 2 dogs in the format. You know what deck is good into both of those decks? Green Zoro. So I felt like it was like kind of the natural progression of the meta for Green Zoro to kind of come back. Because I really thought overall, considering how strong Green Zoro we thought it was in OP12, I thought it kind of underperformed.
Sure.
And I think PRB ended up helping Green Zoro quite a bit by improving its matchup spread with the addition of more GPs. And I think the other thing too is that like a lot of UPs are not running like super rosy heavy lists anymore, right? Like they're running more Mihawks instead of Akos Dofi. They're cutting like
Hell's Judgment.
Yeah, Hell's Judgment is not played as much either. So like I think all those changes kind of let Green Zoro kind of come back into the meta.
Come back in vogue.
Yeah, so I thought this was kind of the natural progression of things. So let's talk about some of the other regionals that happened this weekend, which there was one in Sydney, smaller regional. I don't see how many players there was, but there was a top 16, which was 6 UP, 3 Bonnie, 3 Silvers Rayleigh, 1 Charlotte Pudding, 1 Kid, 1 Green Zoro, and 1 GP Luffy. So this one was pretty UP dominant.
Yeah, this one is GP soft.
Which is pretty interesting. I imagine because most of the Australian regionals are only 8 rounds, like maybe I don't know.
It could just be variance.
It could just be variance. Purple Yellow Pudding I don't think has topped anywhere else, so kind of interesting that it made it through there. Next up, we have the online treasure cups, the ones that you can win the Serial Zoro.
Yeah.
So 401 games did theirs this weekend. We had 7 UP at the top 16, 2 Green Bonnie, 2 GP, 2 Rayleigh, 1 Green Zoro, 1 Nami, and 1 Green Uta also made it into top 16.
So this time around for this treasure cup, Green Zoro was a little soft and it was very heavy on the UP.
Yeah, and I wonder if this is just like, this is the thing is I really, really wish these TOs put out the numbers for like,
the full number?
Yeah, the full number. Because I'm curious if this is just a case of like there were just so many more UP players than other decks that, UP just naturally gravitates to the top. Or if UP is just like was just the best deck to bring that day, Like I'm always so curious. And then last but not least, we also had Maryland's the booster boxes regional. And this one was 512 players. So there was a top 16 of 4 UP, 4 GP, 3 Bonnie, 2 Rayleigh, 1 Green Zoro, 1 Blue Doflamingo, and 1 Eustace Captain Kidd. So
that is a rogue deck that keeps showing up over and over.
Yeah, I think Kidd is just I think that deck is really good, to be honest. You have some really dominant matchups against the aggro stuff, right? So any Rayleigh players, Zoro players, they really don't want to see the Eustace Kidd. And you're like decent into UP, right? And you just really want to avoid like Green Bonnie, and GP can also be tough too, but you have answers to GP. So like I think in the tier after the big 5, I think it's like Blackbeard, Captain Kidd,
Purple Cata
as well. They sort of seem to always kind of hang in there.
UI Nami, I think, is probably at the top of that list.
Yeah, I think UI Nami has also shown that it really is a contender in the format, and like deserves some respect
because it won an event. It won the whole thing.
Yeah, so very, very cool. Do you know which one that was?
I can't remember. I think it's Utrecht. Utrecht.
No, Utrecht was won by GP. No,
was it?
Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, I'm wrong. It was the Utrecht one.
Yeah.
Oh, the top 4 in that was it a regional? Yeah, regional. UI, Kidd, Gecko Moria, GP. No UPs in sight.
Yeah, they got randomed out.
Yeah, they this one was this was the top 32 that like didn't have that many UPs to begin with, but none of them even top 16.
I mean, it makes sense. Like if you're bringing rogue decks that are kind of good into it, like you'll just get absolutely murdered by Cata, right?
Yeah, Cata or any number of these decks that I think we're trying to see UPs.
Yeah.
So very interesting. So with that is the final end of PRB, despite what people have been saying online, where I feel like for like a month now, people were like, PRB's over for me. It's time for OP13.
Yeah, yeah.
And I again,
I don't get it.
People are always just so I don't know, like flimsy, wishy-washy. They're just like always the next thing. Can't be happy with what we have.
Yeah, it's like you don't know what you're missing until it's gone, right?
Yeah.
So OP13 comes, Emu, a sea of Emu, a sea of Ace, this yucky Zoro guy again. And then you play it, you're like, man, this is stale. Everyone is playing the same decks. You were complaining about your high school sweetheart at the time, PRB2. They don't call PRB2 the best for nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, what are your thoughts on the PRB meta? I know you weren't as active. You were traveling for quite a bit of it, but
I was definitely not very active for PRB2 at all. But overall, I think just because of deck variety, I do like triangle metas, but with so much variety in PRB2, you could see an evolution of the meta or devolution, right? Like it's just constantly changing from week to week, event to event. If you gave PRB2 another 4 weeks, I think you would see a very different pie chart, right? You would see a lot more, like if things trend towards UP being more popular, then you're going to see a lot more green, yellow law, like Katakuri, those kinds of things, right? Or if GP becomes popular, other Green Zoro becomes way more popular over time.
Rayleigh or something.
Yeah. So I think it's interesting that it's always going to shift like that because there are 5 to 7 top decks instead of just 2 or 3. That being said, 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10. 6 out of 10 with 5 being average for you, right? 5 is just like middle of the road.
Yeah, I think the meta was good. Don't get me wrong. Mm-hmm. I think it was good. I think it was healthy. I just didn't have a whole lot of fun playing it. But I also didn't have the time or the bandwidth to even play it a whole lot anyways. But yeah, I was just like, I don't know.
I actually ended up really liking this format.
You played a lot of different decks.
Yeah, I played a lot of different decks, and I think this is the format where like being able to, like it just suits my style of jumping around decks because like yeah, I just got to explore other decks. And the other thing I thought was interesting was like how deep all the matchups felt constantly, where like every time I jumped ship to a new deck, I always felt like I needed some ramp up time in like learning what exactly I'm trying to do. Like, I think One Piece decks, I'm at a point with the game where like I feel like I can pick up most any deck and play it like 7 out of 10 good. And
Sure.
and that's fine. But I think most of these decks had a little bit of that extra know-how that like really gets you to that 8, 9 out of 10 mastery with the deck. And that part of it was fun. So even though I have said on the podcast forever that like I don't prefer jungle metas, I thought this was like one of the best versions of a jungle meta possible, where like I didn't feel like it was just like a purely this deck loses to this deck, you're just holding on to your butt cheeks whenever you get into your bad matchups. Like as a UP player, we both know GP bad matchup, very winnable. GP into we play GP towards the end. When you play against Rayleigh, bad matchup, but it's doable. You know,
GP into Zoro, very doable.
Yeah, very doable.
So it's like it's kind of a jungle meta, but like not really a jungle. Less of a jungle, more of like a deciduous rainforest. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the wildlife is diverse and thriving.
Yeah, no Mowgli in sight.
Yeah. I just think of like the old, I don't know if you had these picture books where it was like the tropical rainforest and you have at the bottom, you have like the area where worms live and stuff.
Fungus.
Yeah, fungus, because they don't get the sunshine from the thing. That's where like Blackbeard lives.
Yeah.
And then above that, you have like a little bit more of the greenery, you know.
You got ladybugs and hummingbirds.
Yeah, you got the weird Bonnie players sitting in there, and they're just like waiting for things to fall from above.
Yeah.
And then above that, you had people eating good, the fruits of the forest.
Yeah, you got like the monkeys.
And they're living good. They're picking up the fruit, the juicy fruit.
You got bees pollinating.
Yeah,
things.
Rayleigh, Zoro, they're all eating good. And then at the very top, you got the birds soaring through the air.
Yeah.
Caw-caw.
Is that what toucans sound like?
Nah, I have no idea.
I don't know what toucans sound like.
I don't know either. That's a crow, bro. I don't think they got those in the rainforest.
Imagine toucans just sound absolutely insane.
Oh! I think they click their beak, but they probably have some sort of vocal sound. Most birds do,
yeah,
right?
They've got to. I don't know. It just like their beaks are so big, it just doesn't strike me as a high pitched caw.
Yeah,
you know.
Anyhow, so that's where UP and GP are. You know, they're soaring through the air. The Gum Giants give them real good leverage over the forest, and but every so often, a monkey goes and snatches them up. You know,
yeah, a chimpanzee just absolutely grabs the toucan by GP by the beak and just brings him down.
Yeah.
12 lead. Restand. 12 lead.
So no Gum Giants will save you there. So but yeah, so that's kind of PRB. I think on one hand, one thing I really did like about this format was like you can kind of just like choose your favorite leader, and yeah, you need some good bracket luck to get there.
For sure.
You know, you don't want to be playing into your bad matchups all the time, but I think it is cool that so many people could just kind of pick their favorites and potentially win.
Yeah.
So that's neato bandito.
Yeah.
And then now we're moving into OP13, and it's different. It is completely different. This is that triangle format that like we've talked about that we more enjoy, right? Like a more narrow meta, something where you're not really going in surprised by anything. You know what the field is, and it's going to be about the gameplay, right? And I think what's interesting is now the East side, right? Like the Asian scene has had OP13 for some time. They're already in EB now or whatever.
Yeah, EBO3.
Yeah, EBO3. And now they're coming out and saying like, oh boy, Wes is getting into OP13. It's a dice roll meta. Get bent, idiots. You know?
Yeah, so that's like the issue that I have with OP13 at a glance is that yes, it's a triangle meta, but the matchups are not such that like Ace strictly beats Emu. Emu strictly beats Zoro. Zoro strictly beats Ace kind of deal. It's like depending on your dice roll.
Yeah.
Like if Ace loses dice roll to Emu, man, that is a 5-5, dude. And then Zoro loses dice roll to Ace. Very winnable. You know, it's kind of just dice rolly.
It's a little frustrating, I think, actually.
Yeah.
Like, it's one of the things that I find a little less palatable in One Piece compared to other games, I guess, where like the going first, going second, and some matchups in One Piece just feel like very, very stilted. And I think like part of that might be just game design, like because we get the Dawn. First player gets 1 Dawn, and then from there on, they're always going to be on the odd curve, 3, 5, 7, 9.
Mm-hmm.
Opposite for the even player. I've got to sneeze, and I'm trying to hold it back.
Run it. Let it out.
I think it's gone.
Dude.
But now I'm just like...
People always tell me, like, don't hold your sneezes in, because I have this trauma response of holding my sneezes in, because one time I let it out. I let out just the craziest sneeze of all time, threw out my back for 3 weeks.
That's called being 30, brother.
Yeah, man. Dude, this was when I was like 25, probably.
How did you sneeze that
26?
hard?
Yeah, it was crazy. Threw out my back for 3 weeks. Now I kind of just like instinctually like, oh, dude, my neck is not properly braced. My lower back is not properly braced. I don't have my wrist wraps on.
Yeah, you're like doing a squat, preparing a squat.
Yeah, right. So I just like hold the sneezes in. People are like, no, dude, you're going to blow like a blood vessel in your brain.
Or stop your heart. Or I actually hold my sneezes. It's a habit.
Like supposedly bad for you. I don't got many vessels in my brain to pop, so I think I'm good.
They look at your brain. It's just one large fat noodle. Yeah. It's like a falafel.
Yeah, it just looks like 2 chicken breasts. Just so smooth.
Yeah, I think I picked up the habit because like I think it was like in orchestra. I've always had bad allergies.
Yeah.
And I played in an orchestra for a lot of my youth. And when I want to sneeze, I don't want to be like in the middle of a piece while we're practicing or at a concert, and like the violinist just goes, "Ha, Joe!"
Like that's the craziest oboe I've ever heard.
Yeah. So I just kind of like learned to like, you know, and like hold it in.
Yeah, because you're not a wind instrument, so you could still keep playing.
Yeah.
You can still keep, right?
It's tough. It's tough.
But it's better than like if you're on the trumpet and you sneeze.
Yeah. It's over. Public safety alert. This is crazy. There is no emergency. Thank you, South Pasadena.
What is WEA?
I don't know. West Emergency Agency.
South Pasadena West Emergency Agency.
Yeah.
Bars.
Anyways, so it has backfired though, because one time I was in like a rehearsal and I had to sneeze, and normally what I did as a kid was I would plug my nose and do it, but because I had my bow in my hand,
you don't let any of that spunk escape.
Yeah. Except this time, because I had my bow in my hand and I didn't get there in time, and so it was like kind of like half covered my nose.
Yeah.
So instead of covering what could have come out of my nose, now I've like turned it into a projectile. And I just had enormous amount of mucus come out into my hand.
You look like Cub Chew.
Yeah, I've like Cub Chew times 10.
Yeah.
You know, I had I like gave birth to a gumi out of my nose.
Oh my god! Did it look like Cavendish? Did it restand 2 Dawn?
It might have rested 4, brother.
It was a Mihawk.
So I had to just like be like, I'm sorry, and just get up and waddle out with my fucking bow in my hand with all this mucus on it. So since then, I've tried to not do that and learn to just let it out, but alas, it's still just kind of like a habit I've earned. What were we talking about?
Emu.
Emu.
Maybe.
Okay. So yeah, the East has said Oh, dice roll. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
So, dice roll meta, I think it comes from the fact that like we have this dawn system that always puts us on odd or even, and because our it's like one of the things that makes One Piece great is like the ability to use our dawn not just for casting things, right, or playing cards. We can attach them to things to make swings better. So like generally speaking, decks are always just created with the idea that you have just like an optimal way to utilize all your dawn in all of the developing turns, right?
Yeah, especially certain leaders that require you to rest 1 or 2 dawn, have 1 dawn attached. Like naturally, it'll just develop into, oh, my game plan is just more tailored and more suited for going first or for going second. Like Lim, for example, right? Like resting 3 dawn. Obviously, you just want to go first,
Yeah.
so you can just get that fired off.
Yeah, it just makes more sense to do that, to do it that way. And so I think it ends up being a little bit of a design problem because now you have cards like the Empty Throne for Emu, where it cares about the number of dawn you have, right?
Yeah.
And because all the elders have an even cost, it means that like anytime you lose dice roll and are forced to go first, you're just doing
It's so awkward.
Yeah, you're just like 1 dawn off from doing the thing you really want to do. And that's usually the case for most decks, right?
Yeah, that's kind of the story for all decks here,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's like you have an optimal curve that you want to go because the cards in your deck are 2, 4, 6, or 3, 5, 7, and what have you. But if you just take the odd curve or you take the even curve, a curve that you don't like, you're just a full turn cycle behind, and that just sucks.
Yeah, and so I think it's a little bit of an issue with at least the way these current leaders are designed. It's just like Ace. It's like so. Like you're trying to leverage your 8 cost event and your 10 cost. So of course going second just is way better for you because if you go first, you're just doing the same stuff just like 1 turn later. So
yeah. And it's even worse for Ace because you don't play any small guys. You don't play 3 drops. You only play 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
10.
So yeah, like for Ace, it just like ends up being really awkward when you're going first. It just usually is like, okay, 3 dawn, I swing 9. 5 dawn, I play Marco, swing 7, and it just progresses with 1 dawn less, essentially. Whereas I think like at least with the thing that was nice about playing against stuff like UP was like they kind of can play first and second, so then it's I just feel like it diversifies the rest of the format. But because in OP13, 2 of the major pillars of the format are both so reliant on going second to get their optimal curve, like it doesn't excite me coming from a competitive side. Like I really don't want to just be like, oh, I lost too many dice rolls that day, and therefore it's like really hard for me to have a competitive chance at a regional. San Diego regional, when I played my 5 rounds, I lost all 5 dice rolls. Like let's say we're in the Emu OP13 meta, like that's tough for me.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
like,
or if you were playing Ace and you went first every game,
yeah,
like,
it's just
hard.
It's just tough for you, regardless of whatever the matchup was. So I think that's a little bit of a shame with OP13. I think initially people were really excited because I think the rumors on the streets when OP13 first came out was that like, oh, Emu is this like monster of a deck, but it takes time to master, and I think that's maybe what got people excited. And it reminds me of decks like Sakazuki or Black Yellow Luffy, where these were decks where like you got rewarded for how deeply you understood the minutia of the deck, right?
Yeah.
But that being said, I think Emu is like an even more extreme version in some ways than those 2 decks, because like at least those 2 decks, like there was some amount of deck building you could think about, right? Like with Sakazuki, it's like, do you like the stage? Do you not like the stage?
Yeah, are you playing swords?
Yeah, swords, or you going heavier with Hound Blazes or whatever. Like you had like options. Same thing with Black Yellow Luffy. You had tons of tech options, right? Of like things you could do. But with Emu, really, it just came down to how well you learn the deck. And I think like people are going to catch on to Emu pretty fast with
I
like
think so
all
too.
the guides that are available. These this with the East being ahead of us, and the deck list at this point is like pretty locked. There's like really like 3 to 4 cards that you can really change out in the list. So there's not that much room for creativity. So
Yeah, maybe not even 4.
yeah, truly not. Like I've seen basically, it comes down to like, do you still play Stussy or do you play like the 2-cost blocker to make your Emu mirror a little bit better?
Yeah, and I've seen like maybe that GARP event.
Yeah, the GARP event to help consistency wise,
Yeah.
like help you out a little bit. Like, so there's kind of these. But that's it, right?
Yeah.
Like that's really it, and it doesn't like functionally change how you play the deck for the most part. Like you're still kind of doing the same thing. So I'm definitely a little hesitant to say like, oh, OP13 is going to be like a great competitive meta, which is like really weird because again, it feels like a lot of the proletariat class of One Piece players have been just saying like, oh, I can't wait for OP13, can't wait for a heavy skill meta. And I sit there and I'm like, is it really that? Is it really that? Like when we were at San Diego, like, around round 4, round 5, that's where a lot of the people are dropping out of the tournament and stuff like that. And like, I just like heard that comment over my shoulder of someone being like, dude, I just like ran into stupid matchups, man. Stupid jungle meta. Can't wait for OP13.
Triangle meta,
Yeah. And it's like, you like didn't read the fine print, bro. It's actually a dice roll meta.
Yeah.
If that's the case, if that's truly the case, like
The dice are just in the shape of a triangle.
Yeah.
So it's like a D4. Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
And if that's really the case, like I truly am not excited. And we're gonna be in this format for some time. And the other thing is like from the early results that we've been seeing from the regionals or the like flagships that have been happening in Japan, like these decks aren't going anywhere. So we're going to be with these decks for some time. It doesn't seem like anything from EB really unseats Ace or Emu. And that's kind of it. And then to talk about Ace a little bit more, what I've been hearing and what I've been seeing is like a lot of the fun in the deck is the deck building portion of it, but not the gameplay. Because the gameplay is really just play things on curve and eventually just go over the top of your opponent. So like it's like got the opposite problem as Emu, where like playing the deck is not that exciting.
Yeah.
But like
the most exciting thing about playing that deck is drawing your whole ass deck. Yeah. That's the most exciting part.
Watching Marco die.
When you have one Dawn, so you play Marco on 4, and then on 6 Dawn you play Yamato, attach the Dawn onto your guys. They play the popping Gorosei. What's his name? Jupiter?
No, that's the 2K. I think it's Mars.
Mars?
Yeah.
So like they play Mars, they pop the Marco or the Yamato, draw a trillion.
Yeah.
So sick.
It feels so good.
Yeah.
You play like every card just drawing you a card. Like just the motion of drawing cards is just so fun.
It's awesome.
You know?
Yeah.
So
There's nothing like it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But that's what Emu kind of does that too. You discard
Emu does
draw.
do that.
Yeah.
Discard draw, yeah.
You do see like most of your deck. Like almost always you see your whole deck.
Yeah. I think maybe that's also why I like Purple Luffy so much.
Yeah, you just draw a billion cards.
Yeah, you draw for turn. Leader ability. Draw Dawn. It's so sick.
Yeah. So in any case, I think like again, I'm a little tepid about OP13. I think like it's going to be fun for me. I've basically chosen Emu as like the deck that I'm going to learn, and
it's the deck that offers you the most flexibility and depth, I think, as a player.
Yeah, I think as a player, like it's what excites me to like learn. But if I know myself, like I'm a pretty fast learner when it comes to new decks. Like, so I'm a little concerned that Emu won't be as deep as like the early OP13 heads we're talking about. And if that's really the case, like I think I'm going to end up kind of disappointed with this meta, and opens me up to wanting to play other games, which is maybe kind of timely considering the release of Riftbound and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
but this is also a very important set because Nats 2 is OP13, the anniversary set. So it is quite an important set for you to lock in.
But that being said, we got 3 months.
You got 3 months.
What do you mean?
I'll be traveling. I don't got that many months.
But you're playing Ace, bro.
Yeah. That's I think a big reason why I chose Ace as my deck is because I just don't know how much time I'm gonna have to play the game. So I don't know if I have the time to dump it into Emu.
Yeah. I am curious if, other decks do end up being discovered that are like kind of interesting angles into the meta. And I'm also kind of curious like what the balance between Emu and Ace will be in the general One Piece base. If it truly ends up being 50-50, I think like it's going to be very hard to find an angle because I think most decks that aren't Emu and Ace just kind of have one really lopsided matchup between those two. Like I'm hearing stuff like Red Black Sabo maybe is like really good into Ace but not so good into Emu or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know how it is into Emu, but Red Black Sabo is so crazy into Ace.
Yeah.
Yeah, that matchup is tough.
Yeah. And like I think Green Zoro is like the closest to being kind of like evenish into both, like very winnable for both those
Green Zoro.
matchups.
Yeah, so maybe Green Zoro is honestly a pretty good pick.
Yeah, I'm also hearing like pretty much like all the green decks, like Bonnie, Lim, Zoro are like some of the decks that I've been hearing about.
I think Lim is bad into Ace.
I think the sim data is with you there. But I think it's like winnable.
I think so because the thing is they have to commit to like swinging 6 a lot, and then you just like 1k leader ability or what have you, and then your guy becomes huge. Like you play 9beard, becomes 8k if not 10k. Like what are you gonna do to me? And then they cheat out Zoro. Red Rock. Yeah. I feel like you just don't care as Ace.
So I don't know. Like maybe if Lim takes second from you and is able to get like a really fast start, maybe before.
Like, does Lim really want to take second?
I think with the new build, it might be not too bad because you have a 10 cost now.
Yeah.
That's like actually good. So again, I don't know. I'm just saying like maybe something gets discovered. There was also like a Dofi build running around that people were talking about where you play 4 perfume fumers. And so against Ace, you have access to Pudding, which is very good. And then you bounce all the basically everything that Ace plays on curve. So like 4-cost Marco, not going to stick around.
No,
your Yamato or Jozu gets bounced by Jozu, strangely enough. And then, like Pudding in the late game. And then you just run 4 perfume fumers. So you
just dump your hand.
Yeah, you're just like dumping your hand to just go like bajillion. Yeah. And like maybe that's the only way you can beat Emu too, right? Is just go like 15 lead for 4 turns in a row.
Yeah, and honestly, we kind of forgot about Roger, too. Like, Roger's also a new deck that is very powerful if you see the right cards.
Yeah, so the only question I have with Roger is how impactful is the promo for them? Not having the promo, I guess. Because for a few months now, they won't have access to the promo, and I believe the promo is, like, really what drove it to being, like, close to top tier. So it might not be a thing now, but I don't think we've got an official source yet about it coming out in December, but I'm pretty sure it's supposed to come out in December. So after
which
that,
is honestly pretty soon.
Yeah, I mean, it's already midway through November. Yeah. So with that being said, Roger, I mean, we had our friend Leo talk about the Chinese meta, and they just said like, dude, these guys just play Roger, roll the dice good, and they win.
Yeah. They just roll the dice good. They draw the right cards. You win. You win game.
Yeah. So, Roger might also, take over the second half of OP13 a little bit. That's definitely going to be a deck that I think people are going to be annoyed by. Like, you're on a good run. You're like, 4-0 at this regional. And you queue up to Roger, and then they win dice roll, and then they see their curve, and you go, oh, I never had a chance.
Yeah.
I got
Why is he a 9K leader? He has 4 life 9K.
9K. And then why are my units all 3Ks?
Yeah.
Like, oh God, like I never had a chance.
He didn't even search.
Yeah. So it's just gonna be funny. Yeah. When that comes across. But yeah, I'm hoping the craftsmen out there find an angle. There's clearly other decks that have very powerful angles. It's just about like how does it shake up into Emu and Ace at the end of the day? And I think that's going to be a tall ask, but
it is the question to answer this metagame.
Yeah. So, but I think the one thing is like whenever the West gets their hands on the format that that Japan leaves behind, like I feel like we do always have some new tech that does get across that like
like 4 femur.
Yeah, I think that was Japanese actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think it was Japanese.
I only got 2.
And they're both racist.
Oh, man.
But yeah, I think that's kind of it for OP13. Let us know what you guys are thinking about OP13. Like, are we being presumptuous about what you guys are thinking? Like, are you guys excited for different reasons maybe? And what decks are you guys excited about coming into OP13? Let us know in the comments.
Yeah, for sure.
So with that being said, this was the Extra Drop, and we'll catch you guys next week.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.